Listen, if your insurance company is burning through ad spend on Google, Meta, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, and you're not seeing profitable returns, we need to talk. This isn't about lead generation. If you can't even get leads flowing, that's a different conversation entirely. By the way, I'm Carlos Obado and I've been doing digital marketing and insurance lead generation for over a decade, helping insurance agents and agency owners like you get highly qualified leads that convert into actual policy sales. I'm talking to those of you pulling in conversations, but the quality feels off. Contact rates are abysmal. Your cost per acquisition makes you wince every time you check the dashboard. You're generating interest but hemorrhaging money on the conversion side. And here's what drives me crazy. I talk to insurance brokers and advisors constantly, and they're convinced paid ads just don't work for insurance. Meanwhile, at our agency, Husay Digital, our clients are printing money with the same exact platforms. Same industry, same ad channels, wildly different results. And I finally cracked the code on what separates the winners from the struggling. And I'm about to break it down for you because once you fix this, everything changes. Your ROI goes through the roof. You scale your team. You hire more advisors and agents. The growth becomes limitless. And the best part, it's almost embarrassingly simple. Yet somehow, most of you are completely missing it. Picture this as a journey, a straight line from 0 to 100%. At 0, someone has never heard of you. No brand awareness, no website visit, no ad impression, nothing. At 100%, they're handing over their credit card for the policy. Here's where most of you go wrong. You think this journey looks like a highway with one exit. You believe it goes from 0 to 80%. They see your ad, they submit their info, then bam, you quote them a price and they jump from 80% to 100%. Deal closed. And when that doesn't happen, when people ghost you after getting a quote, you blame the leads. They're cold. They're tire kickers. Nobody answers their phone anymore. The traffic quality is garbage. Wrong. That's not the problem at all. Here's the truth bomb. The only thing that moves people forward from initial interest to booking a call to actually buying is information. Not pressure, not discounts, not your slick sales pitch. Information is the fuel that powers decision making. The more relevant information someone has, the faster and more confidently they'll convert. It's that straightforward. Now imagine that same person on a parallel scale, also 0 to 100%, but this represents their decision-making readiness. Most of you have built your entire funnel, your complete sales infrastructure, your whole advertising strategy around one specific demographic. People who only need one piece of information to jump from 80% to 100%. Let me paint the picture. This is the person who just wants to know the price. Can I afford this monthly payment? Great. Let's do it. Price conscious, but not necessarily price shopping. They just need that final number to pull the trigger. You've optimized everything for this unicorn customer. But here's the brutal reality. For massive segments of your potential market, price alone only gets them to 20% readiness. Maybe 30% if you're lucky. They need other ingredients before they're ready to buy. Trust signals and social proof, understanding of the claims process, clarity on policy flexibility if their situation changes, reassurance that you've helped people in their exact circumstances, evidence of longevity and stability, transparent communication about what's covered and what's not. These people might need 5 pieces of information, or 10, or 15, and every person's recipe is different. When you build exclusively for the just needs a price person, you're writing off 70 to 90% of your potential customers. You're leaving a fortune on the table. Insurance pros, have you been burned by shared insurance leads and underperforming ads? Switch to our Done For You campaigns that bring exclusive, high-intent insurance prospects with over 10x ROI and 20 to 30% close rates. If you're interested, book a free strategy call using the link in the description below. Here's where most brokers completely botch this. They think they're doing this right. They create content, they build resources, they send follow-ups, then nothing changes, and they throw their hands up. See? Doesn't work. But they skip the most critical step. Stop guessing what people need. Start listening to what they're actually asking. Here's your action plan. Step 1, the 100 call audit. Pull your last 100 calls where you provided quotes. Not cold calls, not discovery calls, the ones where you gave real numbers. Listen to every single one. Yes, all 100. Make it a team project if you need to. Step 2, the objection inventory. Tally every question, every hesitation, every objection. Create a spreadsheet with frequency counts. Let's say you're in life insurance. You might discover what happens if my situation changes asked 10 times. How does the payout process actually work asked 8 times. Do you have experience with people in my age bracket? Health situation? Asked 7 times. What if I need to pause payments temporarily? Asked 5 times. Continue down the list. Rank everything by frequency. Most common at the top and least common at the bottom. You'll discover you have 5 to 10 questions that come up constantly. These aren't just policy questions. They're also about you, your reputation, your track record, your reviews, how long you've been in the business. Step 3, content that actually answers. This is where the magic happens. Most of you skip the listening phase and just create random content about things you assume matter. You flood people's inboxes with stuff nobody asked about. Then you're shocked when engagement is dead. Do the research first. Once you have your rank list, create specific assets for each question. Video content, most effective. People see your face, hear your voice, build trust. Email sequences that address one objection at a time. SMS follow-ups with quick answers and links. FAQ documents people can download. Slideshow presentation for visual learners. Image-based social ads that tackle objections before the quote. Step 4, strategic deployment. Now map these assets across the entire customer journey. Pre-quote phase, 0 to 50%. Run ads that address common objections upfront. Build an email nurture sequence that answers questions before they ask. Create landing page content that proactively addresses concerns. Quote phase, 50 to 80%. Include objection handling content in your sales presentation. Send automated emails immediately after quote submission. Provide resources people can review on their own time. Post-quote phase, 80 to 100%. When someone says, I need to think about it, send targeted content. Automate CRM follow-ups with specific objection-based resources. Have your website FAQ section easily accessible and comprehensive. The principle is simple. The only thing stopping someone from moving forward with you is information you haven't provided yet. Why this changes everything. When you implement this correctly, you'll get higher contact rates. People actually pick up the phone because you've already answered their concerns. You'll get better conversations. They're engaged and educated, not skeptical and guarded. Shorter sales cycles. You've preempted most objections before they even verbalize them. Higher close rates. You're speaking directly to their needs. Position yourself as the expert. Warmer leads. You've built trust through transparency and education. Your prospects see you differently. You're not just another broker. pitching prices. You're a trusted advisor who understands them, anticipates their concerns, and provides clarity when they need it most. Now, here's the bottom line. The insurance companies struggling with paid ads aren't failing because Google doesn't work or Facebook audiences are too cold or the platform is wrong. They're failing because they've built their entire funnel around providing a price and nothing else. The companies are winning. They're running circles around the competition by doing exactly what I have outlined here. They're information rich. They're addressing objections at every stage. They're meeting customers where they are, not where they wish they were. By the way, if you want help implementing this, if you want more customers, more policy sales, higher profitability from your paid traffic, the link's in the description box below. If you need help with lead generation itself, those resources are there as well. But don't convince yourself this doesn't apply to you. Don't tell yourself your market is different or your customers just care about price. That's exactly what everyone else thinks while they're losing money. The agencies making phenomenal returns from paid traffic, they have systems like this in place, period. Drop a comment if this resonates, connect with me on LinkedIn, and if you found this valuable, smash that subscribe button. Let's keep the conversation going.